Fairy Tail 298 was amazing! Seriously, we found out who Jalal saw, we found out the purpose of the Dragon Graveyard, and we found out that Gray and Leon go down the love slide together. Wait, what? Hold on a second, no, that can't be Fairy Tail 298. That sounds rubbish. Oh. It is Fairy Tail 298. Sorry, the good parts of the chapter must have just been in my imagination. Fairy Tail 298 Ryuuzetsu Island is a rubbish chapter. Nothing but filler and fan service. I don't even have much to say about this chapter. The fact that he left 297 on such a good cliffhanger. It's just, oh my god, it's mind-boggling. I did hear somewhere that we're going to have basically 2 weeks of side chapters, i.e. filler, until he resumes the story at 300, which is pretty lame, because to me it sounds like he hasn't planned it very well. And he's just like, well, I kind of want something major to happen on 300, so I'll just stuff a load of random crap on 298 and 299. So, not a lot happens. We do see the mystery person that Jelal was supposed to have discovered the identity of at the beginning of the chapter. Don't really see much of them. They sort of look at the bar, turn around, and walk off. Really not a lot happens. It's just another excuse for Mashima to draw his females in bikinis. I mean, seriously, it's just a montage of everyone having a good time. And, like, there's barely nothing happens. There's literally nothing to talk about. Okay, some of it's kind of funny, but really I'd have much rather had the storyline. You know, we see people from Quattro Puppy, as they are now, with, like, Bacchus. You know, Mira Jane loses her bikini top. It's the sort of rather extreme fan service that Mashima seems to like to do with Fairy Tail, which sometimes I personally find can go a little bit overboard. I almost sometimes think it takes away from the story a bit. Absolutely nothing goes on. I'm going through the pages now. Nothing happens. Gel turns up in his Mr. Gan gear. Gajil has been downgraded to acting as a fish. It's just, you know, montage shot, another montage shot. Just pictures of people doing stuff that have no relation to anything that's going on. Then we finally get to something that's relatively interesting. Corona from Raventail turns up. And you sort of imagine something interesting to happen. And she rather uncharacteristically just says, "I'm sorry," and then walks off. I'm not really sure what the point of that was. Why the hell sadistic psychopath Corona had some random change of heart to this girl that she seemed to really hate to start with is beyond me. It's like Mashima sort of wanted to throw some unnecessary closure in there, even though he already kind of had closure with Raventail getting kicked out in the first place. So, I don't know, maybe he's planning on having Corona join Fairy Tail at some point, I don't know. But not a lot happens. Ichiya falls over, we get a couple of shots of him. We get some rather awkward Gel Urza moments. There really is nothing to say. Gray and Leon freeze the pool. Juvia's doing her usual. Natsu blows the pool up. End of story. Sabretooth are kind of watching from far away. A lot of people end up naked at the end of this chapter. Which, you know, that's just Mashima for you, I suppose. But yeah, Fairy Tail 298, Ryuuzetsu Island. That's kind of it. Nothing happened. There's not a lot to say. The next chapter's going to be another one of these crappy side chapters, so I'm really not looking forward to it that much. After the frankly really good chapter that was 297, this is really disappointing to go into. Another 2 weeks and we'll finally be back for 300. So, I'll see you then.